Nighttime in Northampton, and this venue is trouble-free. But increasing alcohol-related problems across the town have convinced police and the council that action is needed.
Drunken people, people causing disorder, we have more assaults during that time, and a lot of people who are drunk who make themselves vulnerable to be either victims or offenders.
Clubs and bars claim the situation isn't any worse than other towns, but the council and police are considering restricting their trading hours with an Emro, or early morning restriction order.
We're looking at taking a more robust stance earlier on in the evening against drunken people, but we feel the Emro is a valid tool that's applicable to Northampton.
The measures would mean clubs and bars would probably have to close earlier, but there are claims that could make the current situation worse.
That is going to push people out earlier, so you're going to get the trouble out earlier, mixing in with people who are leaving work, people who are doing their shopping.
It doesn't matter if you shut a club at 12 a.m, 3 a.m, 6 a.m, there's still going to be a problem, and then they're just going to go to house parties and the police are going to have to be more spread out.
That's not something we foresee. The town centre has always traditionally been the place where people go to party at the weekend. People do have house parties, but no, we don't see that displacement really as an issue likely to happen.
Venues across Northampton aren't convinced though, and are determined to prompt a rethink.
There are some pubs and clubs that their primary business is in the early hours of the morning. So those pubs and clubs, unless they change the business model, will be greatly affected.
The police argument, though, is that bars and clubs only stay open as late as they do at the moment because they're in competition with each other to do so. And if they were all constrained by the new legislation together, they'd be operating on a level playing field. A similar scheme is already operating in Ipswich, and an Emro is being considered for clubs and bars in Norwich. The introduction of such legislation in Northampton will be decided upon this June. Russell Hookey, ITV News, Northampton.